Sharing stream.
Still laggy in cases, but nothing compared to what it was just a second ago.
Oh yeah, it's a lot better than before.
Okay, good. So, alright, again,
Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks.
yeah,
We should be smooth sailing ahead from here on,
we
hopefully.
hope, cause, again, I did some settings changes, mostly because I wanted to get my streams to look a little bit better. Obviously, there's no way I can due to the power invested with me. There's also the fact that my internet was also being extremely stupid. Proof of that should have been whenever I was trying to upload a video earlier. It took practically all morning. So I need to remember
Would
that.
that be the highlight reel?
Nah, it was the yesterday stream.
Ah.
I mean, record, yes, it's a longer video, so of course it's going to take longer, but I mean, it took longer than normal. So, with that being said, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if it shows up like that next time, I need to remember to reset it, on that day rather than just let it run. You know, if for some reason it takes longer to download or upload for any reason, just go ahead and reset the internet. Don't wait, because then you're gonna end up like me and just realize, oh, we have issues. Anyway.
Now the moral of our story is the point we hope we made.
It seems to work out well for us, doesn't it? In terms of humor.
You sufficiently in check, but there is always next time.
When your internet is loopy,
Aqua, as our newest Keyblade
fix
master,
it.
you are entitled to certain knowledge. Please wait here for further instruction.
Hey.
Tara, I'm sorry.
The darkness. Where did it come from?
What do you make of Ventus?
He ain't gonna cut it. Somebody's gotta break that loser in.
Not here, you won't. I have to keep up appearances.
I still think that Xehanort here sounds like Vilgax from Ben 10.
Definitely does with that grovelly voice. It's like after you showed me that, I was like, oh wow. Kinda does.
Sorry. But I
mean, obviously, as you age, you continue to have that grovelly voice, but you don't realize how much that affects you.
And in so much as you
Oh,
are now
no
Keyblade
kidding.
Master, you must always be conscious of. What is that?
What happened?
I don't know. Why isn't Ven here?
Very well then. I will send my pupils to investigate. Yes, I understand. Farewell. That was my dear old friend Yen Sid. As you know, he is master no more, but he still keeps a close eye on the tides of light and darkness. His counsel serves as signposts on the road we wielders of the Keyblade must walk.
You think Yen Sid partook in the war?
For he tells me the princesses of Heart
Probably not the war, no.
not only from the forces of darkness, as you may assume, but
You know, that was actually one of the things that I was hoping that they would showcase, because it seems like Ericus and Xehanort knows Yang Sid,
Yen Sid
but they never did show that in Dark Road. Obviously due to the fact that Disney was like, no, we can't have a younger Yang Sid. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
He's taboo.
It's like, I get it, Disney, I get it, but for canon storytelling sakes, you kind of need to have some leeway. It's like, we like the idea of having Master Yang Sid be a former Keyblade Master, but that does not mean you should showcase that. It's like, Disney, you're no fun.
So here we are. I need you two to get this situation under control. Eliminate
I
the
very
unrest,
much would like to see the old man in
find
action.
Master Xehanort. I have unlocked the
Aside from
links
just
between
doing the whole Fantasia bit, like...
these forbidden pathways to travel between this world and countless others.
He took careful aim.
Darkness looms closer than usual within these spaces, but your armor will protect you. Lastly, remember that order must be kept. You cannot tell anyone there are other worlds. Now go and fulfill your duty.
Yes, Master.
Except for Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and all the other members of that thing.
Consider this an opportunity, a second chance for you to change my mind.
What?
You
And
must
Maleficent,
know
I guess. I don't know.
I care for you like my own son. If I could have my way, I would name you master in a second.
How do you suppose Triton learned about the affairs of other worlds?
When you are so obsessed
I mean,
with power,
we've had this discussion
terror,
with Triton, with his bloodline connection to that of the outerly gods like Poseidon and stuff. I imagine he would have to know of outer world connections.
you must never forget.
At least to some degree. I'm not saying he has to have a full understanding, but he's at least aware of it. You know, it's sort of like the whole, like, being aware about the multiverse and stuff like that. It's like you've never been to it or seen it yourself, but you're aware of its existence.
Right. I guess.
Wait, before you depart,
I guess I'm now just picturing
well,
Triton
call it a
before
request.
he gets
Not
the
for formality.
trident.
Yeah?
He has a
I
Keyblade
told
of his
Terra
own or something.
this
That'd
would
be
a
interesting.
second chance to show the mark of mastery, and I meant it. However, that flicker of darkness he displayed during the examination, I can sense it runs very deep. If those powers were to prove too much for him to handle, I want you to bring him back to me at once. It's for his own good. I could not bear to lose any of you to the darkness.
Of course. I would never let that happen. I promise you I will bring Terra back. Only this time, you'll see he has what it takes to be a master. He's not as weak as you think.
Little did she know that this entire journey would tear 'em apart.
I see what you did there.
So, how many worlds would you say we'd be tackling this time?
Let's see. I would like to do like how we did with Terra and do at least 3 or 4 worlds.
I
Because
thought we did like 5 once.
well, technically, when you consider the fact that Mysterious Tower, Land of Departure, and arguably the Badlands, we didn't really traverse them. It was more of like we showed up there, we did our bit, then we leave.
Don't worry, Master.
I guess it all depends on how long it takes for us to go through each world as Aqua.
Hang it, I'll be right back.
Okay.
This won't take too long.
Ugh. Ugh. Okay, let's take a look at this. Don't have much in terms of customizations and abilities. Okay. Anyway, we'll go ahead and just get ready and start landing on Castle of Dreams.
bitches!
I forgot he had that sound bit.
Had to use it at some point.
Senorita, wait! Aqua!
Tara! Tara, Ven ran away from home.
What?
I think he left to go find you. Do you have any idea why?
No. Actually, just before I left, he tried to tell me something. I should have listened to what he had to say.
Oh. So, did you manage to locate Master Xehanort?
No, but it seems he's looking for pure hearts filled with light.
Pure hearts, filled with light.
All I can tell you is that his search hasn't taken him here.
Alright. I'll stay and see if I can find more clues.
Okay. The prince is in the ballroom ahead. He might have some answers.
Thanks.
Aqua.
Hmm?
You still have the same dream?
Well, yes.
There's this girl here. Her name is Cinderella. She made me realize how powerful it is just to believe. No matter how impossible things seem, a powerful enough dream will always be enough to light the darkness.
Mm.
If you see her, give her my thanks.
Will do. He'll be alright. You won't give in to it.
I got the bingo bit running through my head again.
That was probably one of the best ones that I put together randomly myself. Just all of a sudden, it's like, you got the three good fairies, Cinderella's fairy godmother, and bingo night. Oh, gosh.
And because of their status being in the movies, I imagine this all takes place in, like, Los Angeles or something.
Oh, I just thought of another random addition. You got freaking Merlin calling out the bingo numbers. It's like B10. I say B10. This is what I do for a living. Should have went back to trying to teaching the ward how to be a freaking king.
Archimedes is the one fetching him the bingo balls.
It's like, and I told you we should have been back at the freaking cottage. At least then we would have been able to afford a decent living space, but no! We had to live in a freaking wore-down tower, and now we have to make some extra income just to pay for repairs.
So that's how they run into Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah! Oh, we just created our own random story arc, folks.
It's like that one video that I saw. Hang on, let me just find it again.
Oh, dear.
Okay, the villains restaurant / Disney crossover. This video here. It's basically that, but with bingo.
Oh, good Lord Almighty. Okay, we gotta take a look at this, folks. Hang on. Let's see. There it goes. Okay.
I do not know why the embed is not pulling up the preview for the video anymore.
Oh my God.
You don't need to watch the video in full. It's just
The image alone is just like, oh my gosh. I'm bookmarking that because I want to see that in whole. But
yeah, maybe after the stream. I'm pretty sure this would get us copyrighted.
I wouldn't doubt it, knowing things as is. But still, just to see that was like, oh my god, that image paints a whole level. It kind of makes me think of Shrek 2, where you see Captain Hook actually playing the piano and stuff like that. And Disney's like, we're just right now doing a whole Shrek 2 bit. What the heck?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that somebody just edited that together, though.
That would be cool. I won't deny that.
Who are those ladies?
Oh, if I recall correctly, that is Lady Tremaine, and those are her daughters.
Wait, isn't it supposed to be nighttime where they're at right now?
About them.
Why does it look like it's sunrise?
Well, they are inside the castle.
My apologies. I was mistaken.
Yeah, but the Tremaines look like they were heading outside.
The palace stairs.
A glass slipper.
One dropped by a lovely young lady, and I'll search far and wide to find the maiden to whom this belongs.
You will.
Of course, Your Highness. After all, you finally found someone whom you wish to marry. Upon hearing that happy news, your father, the king, has decreed that a quest shall begin immediately throughout the kingdom. And I will start with the closest residence, that of Lady Tremaine.
Lady Tremaine.
Didn't they make this person a
Better pay her.
bit of an antagonist in the live-action remake?
The king, you mean?
No, the coachman thingy. Well, not coachman. Not to be confused with the one from Pinocchio. The one that...
The guy that does the search.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hadn't seen that live action one, so I have no idea.
Like, from what I know, from what Colin said in his Disney retrospective for the villains, that guy strikes a bit of a deal with Lady Tremaine in order to rework the thing to be either Griselda or Esmeralda.
Ah, okay.
Because he finds the whole idea of looking for this anonymous maiden to be bollocks.
A wild goose chase.
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense.
I will say though, the idea behind Cinderella meeting the prince the way that she does, like, I feel like that idea was handled a lot better in Frozen, oddly enough, because at least there you get to see that the person that Anna was talking with form a bit of a conversation, and notice that they had some stuff in common, even if Hans did kind of half-ass a lot of it.
You know, it's one of those things where it's like, with the times, it does require a little bit more talent in order to deliver a better story than just simply, you know, being Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that I hate the older films and stuff like that. I still like watching them. It's just one of those things where it's like, at the time, it was different.
You think the prince that Cinderella gets with takes an interest in any of her hobbies?
I guess that depends on what those hobbies are.
Because from what I heard in regards to relationships, if you could make yourself better friends, you could become even better a couple when you do enter in romance.
And I can agree with that. I used to... go ahead.
Like, for instance, I know this is probably all headcanon and stuff, but like, I can imagine maybe Mario taking up an interest in, like, baking in the time that he has free from, like, rescuing Princess Peach.
That would be cool, I think.
Hell, there's even an instance in the original Paper Mario where there's a shy guy that has quite the gut on him. I think he's called Gourmet Guy. And both Peach and Mario, in their instances of encountering them, both of them need to make him a cake.
That'd be an interesting story element.
So now I'm just picturing, like, after the events where the Princess and Mario are able to talk to each other again, and they talk about exactly what happened. Like, Peach mentions how when she's going around her castle undercover and trying to get the dirt on Bowser, she runs to the Gourmet Guy and tells Mario about how she had to make a cake for him, and Mario's like, "Oh my god, are you too?" I had to get the Gourmet Guy a cake and the Shy Guy's a toy box. Otherwise, he wouldn't let me up. Yes. That guy's kind of a weird. I think this all started out with me just talking about Cinderella.
But anyway, back to what I was saying previously. Technically, they're somewhat of a family connection through, like, I believe that they're related by my mom's mom, sister. So, in other words, she's like a great cousin?
So your grand aunt.
Yeah, something like that. It's kind of hard to explain that connection detail, all family issues and stuff like that. But that being aside, her and her husband, they have been together for close to 50 years from at the time that I talked to them before they had to quit their jobs and stuff like that due to medical issues and stuff. They're doing fine right now, but they had some medical problems that prevented them from being at work. Of course, this happened during COVID, so you can imagine what happened then.
Oh yeah, that's completely understandable.
Yeah, but that being said, whenever I asked them how they managed to handle their marriage for so many years and stuff, her response was, "I just see him as my best friend and stuff." And I was like, I honestly wish I had that.
A best friend?
Well, I mean, you know, someone that I cared that deeply that I wanted to share the rest of my life with and stuff.
What's it like having a best friend, Chris?
Folks, if you've been watching this entire stream section the entire time, it just loops itself. It's ongoing loops. And I love it. Oh, gosh.
We got plenty of inside jokes. There's that, there's the fact that Recoded had no reason to be, the fact that
Mickey forgot these guys. It's like, why did I forget them? Just...
Or, of course, the one that I have issues with.
Why don't they just tell Sora about what happened in Chain of Memories? Oh, gosh.
And of course, we're gonna run into another issue once we make it to Dream Drop distance.
Oh, yeah, the time. Oh, boy. I love
I was more or less gonna be talking about how Sora should have passed the test along with Riku.
Ah, I see what you mean.
Because, like, Goofy, when he noticed how happy Sora was, he comments like, "Huh, Sora, what's going on? You act like you just passed the test." I'm like, of course he should have passed the test, you asshole!
Gotcha. Win.
Oh, these guys are not wanting to go down.
Yeah, no kidding. Then again, I'm at just at level 2, so...
I would ask if these guys would make for good bouncers, but I think they themselves are the ones bouncing.
Yeah, jiggly, marshmallowy looking guys. I mean, seriously, every single hit I put on them, they just start to jiggle.
That's somebody's interest.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Someone is into something.
Yeah.
Regardless of how questionable it can be.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna touch that barrel of ales.
Best not to.
This might be 18 plus, but...
That does not mean that we dive into it.
I just realized what were the names of the big elastic brutes called?
Elastic brutes?
Like the ones that had the face on their stomachs.
The face?
The ones that we were just fighting and said that they had the weird jiggle physics.
Oh, those are called, bruisers.
Okay. I might have found what the Pokemon equivalent for those would be.
You found a Pokemon equivalent of those. I guess it was a matter of time.
Hey, better now than ever.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna need to stretch the imagination a little with this, but you get what I mean.
Okay, 1 second.
Because this one also has a face on its stomach.
Huh. Now I'm curious. It's like, what Pokemon has a face on their stomach now? Okay, let's take a look here, because I'm sure you guys are curious too, but let's take a look here. Oh! Yeah, it kind of does look like a face on its stomach. I didn't even think of that.
That is a face. Those buttons, they blink.
Then what's the top part of his head?
Another face. Like, the eyes on there blink as well. Hey, hang on, I need to find it. I'm gonna need to find a GIF of Mr. Rhyme real quick. Let's see.
Folks, if there's an indication that shows you how much I play Pokemon, that should give you a clear indication. I did not know those actually blink. Then again, I never raised a Mr. Mime, much less a Mime Jr., so I wouldn't know how that all transpires. That is so freaky. While he's looking that up, we'll continue on fighting the Unverse a little bit. Try to get some experience in us. Because dadgum if we're not low level still. Can I reach that? Not right now. Okay.
Okay, this isn't exactly what I was looking for, but
Close enough.
I'm still gonna look. I don't have any voice lines to do for this game anyway, so may as well. Okay, there it is. I just need to copy the link. I think this works. No. There we go. I have found the animation.
I was on the verge of death there for a moment. There we go. Whew. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at that. This is gonna be freaky for me.
That's an image. The one below is the video.
They do blink. That is just a little freaky.
It's an ice psychic type.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, our little tidbit of Pokemon for the day.
And to think I was comparing it to the Bruiser. Okay, why was I thinking of Hatsune Miku when looking at those?
I can see it, especially because the bunny form look.
They're all over the place.
No kidding, right?
You just take one step and you're swarmed.
In all honesty, this is not exactly the best beginning level for a character.
Hang on, my cat just took something out. Hang on. Ugh.
Cat's like, let me see what you've got. A knife! No! Oh gosh. Okay, if I find one more way.
Sorry, what'd you say, Chris?
I was just saying the cat had grabbed something. It's like, what have you got in your mouth? A knife! No!
Oh. Okay.
Ah, our strength increased, finally. We can actually do some damage. Aside from slowly almost dying.
Okay, it might just be because of the fact that we're so low level, but hearing Aqua's sound clips is kind of starting to get to me a little. I did not mean to press that button.
Okay, there's no cure. Why is there no cure? That's not comforting to know.
What level does Aqua get cured?
I mean, technically, she could earn it through the command boards and stuff. But if I had to take a wild guess, I'd probably say around, the second or third world that we visited.
Wait a minute, did Aqua just do a cartwheel?
Yeah. That's her dodge move.
Huh.
You honor our humble home, my lord.
Quite so.
May I present my daughters, Grisella and Anastasia?
As I feared, there's darkness here.
Empty.
Wait,
Quit messing with the doors.
it's dangerous to fight.
I have
the
slide
darkness
door
to
closets,
protect my
so
daughter.
she's been fiddling with them.
Ah.
Who are you?
Cinderella's fairy godmother. I appear to those who believe that dreams come true.
Then I'm honored. But why would you advise me not to fight darkness with light?
Strong rays of sun create dark shadows. Sadly, Lady Tremaine and both her daughters are jealous of Cinderella's charm and beauty. Qualities that appear to you as light. Jealousy is darkness.
Except for the part where Esmeralda actually does end up with a happy ending in the sequels.
Yeah.
Then, what should I do?
It's quite simple, dear. One of Cinderella's friends is trying very hard to keep her light from fading. I want you to join little Jacques and help him.
I can do that.
You'll need a bit of my magic to help, Jacques. Come back and see me when you're ready.
Hopefully we are ready. If not, we'll
ready, my dear?
if not, we'll find out for sure.
Bippity-boppity-boo!
So what? Hang on. What would the fairy godmother say when she's trying to blow something up?
I don't know.
Bippity boppum dot up.
Are you okay?
That's gotta be a heavy ass key for a mouse.
Jock probably saw Mickey holding a keyblade and like, ooh! Pause it.
I'm Aqua.
I
I need to get something to drink.
Sorry about that. I had something in my throat that was really dry and make my throat itchy.
Ugh, I know the feeling half the time. Ugh.
Ugh.
But tell me how you know
But
about
yeah,
them.
Jock is like,
Oh, hey! You have a key yourself.
And where is he now?
Jack can get a key too.
Can you imagine, considering how heavy that key's got to be for him, he'd be like a freaking berserker and just kind of like slam the keyblade all over the place, like boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
It's like Shock may not,
Crazy.
Shock may not be good with keyblade, but Shock can be good at slamming.
Jock smash!
I see. Then
No, wait, I need to do that again. Give me a second. Where was it at?
Jack smash!
Folks, if you ever watch the highlight reels, I do apologize for the image that I'm about to put up. I am literally going to Photoshop, as we speak, Shock's green face on top of Hulk's body.
I have an army. We have a Jacques. It's the second coming of I Got a Rock. For those of you who weren't around for the Breath of the Wild streams, you probably won't actually know the reference.
I'm pretty sure I still got it somewhere in my hard drive, but I'll show that image because, that was so funny in my opinion.
I mean, in the highlight reel, you could provide the scenes from the highlight reel on Breath of the Wild.
That is also true. Wait, I just now realized something.
What?
We're doing another escort quest. Twice in Cinderella's world.
What exactly is stopping Jacques from just swinging it at the Unverse?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
Look how he runs!
He's like the toys from Toy Story 2 where they were using Rex as a battering ram. I don't want to use my head!
That honestly wasn't as bad as what I thought it was.
He's also holding it up like a machine gun or something.
And now all of a sudden I'm imagining Shock with Heavy's body. What the heck's wrong with me right now?
Wait, Jacques with whose body?
Heavy from Team Fortress.
There's no one else, Your Grace.
You know, just because.
come on, hurry, Jack.
Boom!
gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh gosh.
This is making up for the technical difficulties from earlier in spades.
No kidding. Gosh.
Excuse me.
Just to add the little cherry to the top of our humor cake, a belch. Ouch.
Intruder!
And he's just like, señorita?
Would it be alright if I tried on the glass slipper?
I met you at the palace. Unfortunately, you are not the young lady the prince is looking for.
But I am a girl. I should at least be given a chance to try it on.
Imagine if it just somehow awkwardly fit in her. How awkward that would be.
Awkward.
I honestly did not mean for that to be the case, but still. She'd be like, I didn't plan for this. How do I get out of this mess now?
And what are you doing in my house?
She's probably here to rob us.
Mother, do something! That girl does not live here. I have only 2 daughters. I believe we're finished here, Your Grace.
Regardless, she means no harm.
I mean, she's technically not wrong even if Cinderella was locked up.
Yeah.
Jack.
By blood, she only has 2 daughters.
Your Grace, please wait. May I try it on?
It's like just in time.
Pay no attention to her. She's
Sorry,
just an
Cinderella.
imaginative
Aqua's gonna try it on first.
My orders for every maiden.
You should let her go first.
Oh, never mind. Aqua gets to let her go first.
I actually want to thank you for teaching Tara he needs to keep believing.
And just like that, she just caused the guy to be killed.
Please, don't worry.
Because I'm pretty sure if such a
see,
slipper like that were damaged
slipper.
off with his head.
Yeah.
Perfect fit. I must inform the prince immediately. You will come with me, of course.
I'd be happy to.
It's not fair. She's a scullery maid.
Mother, are you just going to let them leave?
No. Cinderella will be put in her place.
Quite terrifying.
What's that? What happened? Where is Cinderella?
She was attacked by a creature, a monster in the forest.
A monster?
Actually, I better save.
Yeah.
Save
Good
this,
idea.
sorry.
We don't want another Vanita situation.
Yeah. It's like, whoo, Lord Almighty. And at least I equipped a potion on me, so that helps.
This is what happens when you go against my wishes.
The darkness in their hearts overtook them. Go.
So they're just dead now?
Yeah.
Okay, Aqua just got eaten. So the Unversed do have stuff rather similar to what happens with the Heartless.
Yeah. In fact, we could probably say this is roughly that of a parasite cage. Almost.
I was gonna compare it to that one plant that was in Halloween Town.
That's a fair assessment, actually, in all honesty. That's actually more relatable. Because that one's supposed to mimic that of the pumpkin carriage.
Hey, I only knew you for like 3 hours.
A pure heart filled with light? It's strange. The Master taught me darkness needs to be destroyed. But how? If not with light?
Oh, my dear, you're too young to know. Experience more things, and you'll find the answer. Just trust.
I forget, how old is Aqua in this again?
It's not specified, but if I had to take a wild guess, I'd say right now, roughly 18 or so.
Okay.
I mean, if she is being trained under the guidance of Master Ericus, I imagine she's still, like, within the realm of, like, legal age.
And Ven says that he needs to bring 2 grown-ups to Disney Town.
Like I said, it's not really specified as to what age they are, but they are roughly above the age of 18 is what I believe to be true, but I could be completely wrong, but it's never been specified. Unlike that with Sora, Riku, and Kairi.
Make this into a pie for me. Oh, I'm sorry, it was full of worms.
What has happened here?
Poor Snow White.
She was just as sweet as could be.
She sang us pretty songs.
And made us smile. At bedtime, she told wonderful stories. About falling in love with the prince she met. And when we went to work, she gave us all a kiss. She was so full of kindness. Why, she made better folk of all of us.
This is just overall sad when you think about how they normally act. Like, even Doc is normally mixed up in his words, but he was able to talk clearly.
Dear Snow White's beauty. So she used her evil magic to change into an old hag. Then she gave Snow White a poison apple. And by the time we got here, well, it was just too late. We found the princess as still as can be. Nothing we could do would wake her.
Isn't there some way we can help her?
Well, not unless somebody craves the basil.
So, how exactly do they know it's the witch?
No, you fools can stay here doing nothing.
Right now?
Well, I imagine...
Like, we don't see the animals.
No, we don't. But I imagine Snow White told stories about, her being with the evil queen and stuff.
Then I'll go.
I thought that in
I will.
the
Leave it
in
to
the
me.
story that Disney told that she was made to work within like the town in order to make a hag out of her.
I'm not sure, in all honesty. Let's see if this Moogle shop will have it. Ah!
Oh yes, the 8th dwarf.
He's the perfect size too when you think about it.
So yeah, it's Doc, Happy, Sneezy, Grumpy, Bashful, Dopey, Happy, and Moogle. No wait, I said Happy twice. It's Doc, Happy, Sneezy, Sleepy, Bashful, Dopey, Grumpy, and Moogle. Okay, I know that we had a topic of the dwarves in the Industrial Revolution. I kind of want to have another topic regarding the dwarves. Which Disney character would you say would be good proteges for each of them?
Be what?
You know, like apprentices?
Apprentices? So in other words, each dwarf learning something from another Disney character per se?
Well, I was more so talking the other way around, but sure, let's go with that too.
Huh. That's an interesting ideal. My biggest takeaway is the whole, what's Dopey gonna be doing? Because as we discussed it before, it's basically natural selection.
Why do I get the feeling like in the live action remake, Dopey's just gonna talk through sign language?
It's like he just happens to know how to do sign language. It's like he don't talk much. Honestly, we don't get a lot of sign language speaking people. When you think about it in movies and stuff.
Yeah. I think there was even one time in Sesame Street where they had a character that spoke in sign language because they were deaf.
Yeah. And actually, at my job workplace, we actually have a deaf person working with us.
Yeah, one of my neighbors in the towers is also deaf.
So it's one of those things where it's like, they are out there, it's just, we don't see it enough, in all honesty. You just kind of forget.
I'm trying to think of which of the Disney characters would work as under the apprenticeship of Grumpy.
Beast.
Beast?
Well, you think about it, Beast is known for his temper. Who else to handle Beast's temper than Grumpy?
Okay.
I mean, the second he starts to rage out, Grumpy's like, "Now see here, you beast!" Like, can you imagine that being played out?
I guess. Do you think that Dopey would work well with Olaf?
Probably. I imagine that could work.
Okay, I know that they don't own the license anymore, but if not Beast, I could have probably seen Grumpy working with Kerchak.
Okay. That could work too.
Is something wrong?
This castle. It's different somehow. And I can't
Bashful.
find the princess or hear her beautiful voice. Was it all a dream?
Who would Bashful be best suited with?
You mean you know Snow White?
Oh, yes. We met once. It was a song that drew us together. Has something happened to the princess?
Yes.
I can't seem to recall that many
The
voices.
wicked queen tricked her into
Well, not
eating
voices.
poisoned apple.
That many characters that
go
would
to her.
suit the...
Where is she?
Bashful.
In the woods, guarded by
Bashful
seven
would be
fire
kind of a hard one to figure
I will
out.
find her. Perhaps there's a way I can help.
Yeah. Oh man, I just realized something. You know how Rabbit and Tigger have this love-hate relationship with each other?
What?
Like, not love as in like the romance, but like the love as in like, I care about you and your well-being and sort of stuff. Like, I value your friendship sort of thing.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Do not put Tigger in the same room with Grumpy.
I imagine that would not set well. I imagine that would be a lot more ragey form about, a lot more ragey, performance compared to that of Tigger and Rabbit. Like, if you think Rabbit's ragey against Tigger, I imagine Grumpy would be even worse, so. He'd be like, "Confounded tiger! Stop bouncing around like that!"
Who and Bashful, I think, would be an interesting combination.
I think that would work better, actually, in all honesty. It would. It'd be funny, but probably Sleepy with, Eeyore. Considering how slow Eeyore is and how sleepy Sleepy is.
Happy with Eeyore.
There's gotta be an oxymoron about that. Just putting Happy with freaking Eeyore. It's like, hello, Happy. Why, hello there, Eeyore. Come on, turn that frown upside down. It's upside down. Just need to be turned around.
But Eeyore, if it's needing to be turned around, it's right side up.
Exactly. Oh gosh.
What other characters?
Okay, so what about Sneezy?
I'm trying to think of that one as well. Like, I just thought as like a joke combination, Piglet would have been joined with Sneezy because I kind of want to have like an instance where Piglet gets startled by one of his sneezes.
Either that or freaking blown away by the sneeze. It's like, Hitchy, Hitchy, ah! And Piglet just stops him mid-sneeze and he's like, ah. And just blows him away. He's like, oh, dear, bless you.
Thanks. This is slowly just turned from us playing the game to us just putting in like these roleplay scenarios for the Disney folks. Like we had bingo with the 3 good fairies and Bippity Boppity Boo fairy godmother. And now we have Merlin and Scrooge with Merlin being paid for his services of teleportation for Scrooge.
Oh god.
To fix up his little hut thing. Which of the dwarves would you say Pumbaa would fit most with?
Pumbaa, huh?
Yeah, Pumbaa.
Honestly, can't think of anybody.
What if you put him together with Doc?
That'd be pretty interesting. Although I imagine it'd be funny for him to get Timon and Pumbaa mixed around. Be like, Piomba... no. How would he do that? It's like Timon and Pumbaa, but it's like Pimon and Toomba. There we go.
Okay, the grouping names, you know how I mentioned how the people shipping Roxas and Shion is basically saying that Roxas is into himself?
Yeah.
I might have thought of a clever name for the shipping of Aqua and Ventus.
Okay.
Hurricane shipping. Because hurricanes consist of strong winds and a lot of rain.
Clever. Quite clever.
Okay, so I think at this point we just left us. We only have Sleepy, And, yeah, I think that's it.
I mean, I would hate to put Sleepy with Princess Aurora for obvious reasons, but that's the only thing I could think of.
The doorknob from Alice in Wonderland.
Okay, you got me. It's like, how to take better naps. I can teach you that in spades. And I can teach you that in hearts. And I caught myself realizing what I just said. It's like the
best jokes are the ones that you laugh to.
Oh gosh. It's like I can teach you that in spades. I can teach you that in hearts. That's a stupid one, but that was funny in my opinion.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Cell would not have any of it with either of us.
He'd be like, why did I even bother?
She.
Sorry, she, yeah. It's like, why did I even bother?
Well, we did the mentorship.
Something's not right.
Now let's do the apprenticeship. Are we gonna be hearing Vim and Vigor again?
Probably. If we're gonna be fighting him, probably be the same music behind.
Yeah, it's Vim and Vigor. I just heard the playback now. Okay, this might be a weird question to ask.
Okay.
But between the 7 dwarves, who do you think would gain the most mentoring from Bear in the Big Blue House?
Huh. Probably say Happy if I had to take a wild guess.
Is there a reason why you say Happy specifically?
I'm not sure.
Okay, what about, Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb?
Okay. I'm not sure.
Actually, now that I think about it, you'd think looking at the dwarves would bring back a bit of PTSD when he had to dress up as a garden gnome.
Probably.
The queen is gone, my service done. Adieu, O victorious one.
And now I am going to join Walt Disney as his co-host in his anthology series. Okay, do you think Sleepy's actually just fallen asleep here, or...
I'm not sure.
Princess!
Look how wide awake Sleepy is.
Look how happy Grumpy is. Okay, I don't know where exactly it's put, but I do remember growing up I had a stuffed animal toy of Grumpy. I don't remember what happened to the hat, though.
I definitely remember being a little kid and my mother got us figurines of the Seven Dwarfs. Her favorite film was always Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
You're awake? Ventus! Oh, it's a miracle! Terra! Master Ericus! Ventus is awake!
Okay, which one of the dwarves would you say is the most open to hugs?
The most open, huh? Well, I imagine it would have to be a tie between either Happy or Dopey.
Okay, apart from Grumpy, which one would you say would take the most convincing?
The most what?
Convincing.
Convincing?
You know, to get a hug out of them.
Probably be Bashful.
I don't know why Bashful would refuse a hug myself, but...
Not so much refuse, but he'd be like, oh. Know what I mean? Just as soon as he gets the hug, all of a sudden he's just like bright red and he's like, oh.
Yeah, he's like Urkel from Family Matters.
Pardon me.
You're fine.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I could see like all of them personally getting hugs eventually, but like
Take a look inside.
it's no question. Grumpy would probably take the most coaxing to get a hug from.
Yeah. It's like, confound it, let go of me! He would swear
Of
just...
course, like, if Grumpy were to get a hug, I'd try to make sure I ask him first.
Yeah.
Hey, did your health bar increase, or is that just me?
Excuse me. It's increased.
Okay.
I want to say it's increased, because I'm pretty sure it was smaller before.
Hey, I wonder if we're gonna run into Shulky again.
If we see Shropey just running away, we found him. Like, Shropey don't want to hurt anyone. Shropey just wants to be Shropey. That was just random. It's like, how
I
was...
still can't believe Sal thought you were making a Harry Potter reference.
I get the ideal assumption of what she thought, but it wasn't the immediate attention. It's just how it came off, really. It's like, Shropey got apple from someone. Master never gives anything to Shropey.
You know, it's kind of a shame that Harry Potter's looked down upon now just because the author is such an asshat.
Hold up. Forgot I had my alarm set. Forgot to turn that off. It is kind of unfortunate, sadly. Like,
it's like the Ren and Stimpy of books, where the creator tainted it with their bad reputation.
yeah. I mean, I try not to look at that as much whenever I do, like, say, watch Ren and Stimpy, or, for that matter, watch the first Harry Potter film and stuff like that. I try not to look at that, but sometimes it just gets in the way at times.
You don't believe me?
See, in the case of Ren and Stimpy, what I would do personally was I'd associate it with Bob Camp.
Yeah.
Tara would never do that. You know that as well as I do.
Yeah.
Ah, the truth can be most cruel, even amongst the closest of friends. After all, one never knows the secrets of another's heart.
So how exactly would you put all of these cutscenes together in one cohesive scene? For, like, all three of them?
The master
For all of them? Ooh, boy.
Like, particularly the parts where they overlap.
But Tara...
Well, in the case of how this is set up, obviously Tara would be the first, and then Aqua. And then, of course, in Castle of Dreams, you have Ven, Tara, and Aqua. And then...
How do you know about the Keyblade?
The way that Dwarf Woodlands was, Tara and Ven are somewhat in the same time frame, because Tara encounters Snow White just before she runs away into the woods, and Ven starts off in the mines, eventually encounters with Snow White in the woods. So it's roughly in the same area, and then sometime later, Aqua shows up in the Dwarf Woodlands.
Okay.
Never. I see. Xehanort was right. You are a most stubborn girl.
Master Xehanort, how do you...
It seems you need time to consider my offer. Fortunately, I have the perfect place.
A trapdoor.
Well, ain't that terrific?
Who are you?
My name is Aqua. It looks like I was caught in a trap. Why are you here?
To prevent me from breaking her evil curse, I was to meet the most beautiful girl at a cottage in the glen. But now my true love lies in an eternal slumber, and only I can break the spell.
You must really love her.
Is what you said true?
Yes, Maleficent told me.
Oh, Prince Philip, it's you! Now, Philip, the road to true love may be barred by many more dangers, which you alone will have to face.
I'm going with you. There's something I need to know, and Maleficent has the answer.
Yes, of course, dear. Now come along. We must hurry to Aurora.
Now to make our way out of here. Uh-oh. Things are gonna get rough.
Raphael. At least I think that's Raphael.
Yeah.
I know that there's a Yoshi's Island enemy also called Raphael the Raven.
Ah. I saw something on Twitter that made me, realize how terrifying people's minds can be at times.
Terrifying?
So, someone on Twitter mentioned of how, imagine a 1000 Heartless, fight, but with the Hot Rod enemies.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, how evil are you? Because those things are annoying as hell to fight with just 2 or 3. I don't need 1,000.
Speaking of the hot rods, I might know what the Pokemon equivalent to that is now.
Hot Rod?
Yeah.
The Toontown car Heartless, right?
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify. But the reason why I was thinking of that was because I was thinking to myself, imagine having to fight 1,000 of Maleficent's goons.
Behold.
Okay, this we gotta see, guys.
Enter Revavroom. Our first ever steel and poison type.
Wait, is that the engine for the car?
Yep.
I saw that and it was like a boss and I was just like, what the frick is that thing supposed to be? You mean to tell me an engine blocks a frickin' Pokemon?
And it evolves from leveling up a Varoom.
Huh.
Why isn't it transparent? Okay, pretend it's transparent.
What is that thing supposed to look like, though?
It's a car engine.
Which part, though?
I don't know.
Because I see the hood ornament and I see the little,
I think that
pipe
the thing that you said that was the hood ornament was supposed to be the engine itself.
This is? Huh.
No, that's the... I don't know what it is.
Because I was referring to this as a hood ornament. I'm talking about this thing right here as to what that is.
That's the engine.
Oh, like one of the pistons and stuff. Okay. I gotcha. I have to say, I don't know what's a weirder generation, but an engine block Pokemon is definitely one of them. Definitely never thought we'd see the day of something like that.
When you were saying a weirder generation, I was expecting you to refer to numbers.
I mean, really, in all honesty, when you really break it
Because
down.
we're in Generation 9.
Right.
And when you were saying that you don't know which one is weirder, I was expecting you to compare it to another generation.
Such as?
Generation 5, where it had the chandelier ghost.
Oh, the chandelier ghost isn't really that strange to me, in all honesty.
Or Generation 6, with the Pokemon that's based on a perfume bottle and a can-can dancer.
Oh, right. Had to think for a sec. I was like, huh? Who? What? And then as soon as you said can-can dancer, I was like, oh, I know who you're talking about now. Now, the weirdest one for me would have to be a tie between the garbage bag looking one.
Oh, Trubbish and Garbodor?
Yeah. Or the mushroom with a freaking Pokeball on his head.
Oh, Fungus, Amoongus, and now Brute Bonnet.
Right. It's just one of those things where it's like those two alone is what kind of made me think to myself and go, they're running out of ideas, ain't they?
They're not running out of ideas.
Yeah, a couple generations later.
Oh, on the topic of the mushroom Pokemon, if you exclude Brute Bonnet, all of them are every single mushroom Pokemon that we've been introduced to is a two-stage line. Paras and Parasect in Generation 1. Shroomish and Breloom in Generation 3. Fungus and Amoongus in Generation 5. Morello and Shiinotic in Generation 7. And Toedscool and Toedscruel in Generation 9.
Huh. There's never been a third evolution phase, right?
No.
Huh. That's kind of ironic.
And then Brute Bonnet's just a Paradox Pokemon. Literally, like, it should not exist at all.
Right.
In universe.
Our attack power is slowly growing finally.
Here.
So, I forget, are you able to equip the people that you travel with sometimes with items?
In the main games, yes. In these side story ones, not so much.
Okay, so you can't equip Prince Philip with a potion or anything?
Nah. I'm pretty sure anyway. I've never stopped to check, but I'm pretty sure. Because anytime I do have a party member, they never show a subsection for me to equip a potion to them. But we could
God,
check.
I just realized something a bit dark.
And that would be...
What if the army of Heartless Maleficent commands was made up of her original underlings?
That would not surprise me, but at the same time, yes, that is very dark. Especially because the whole Heartless transformation thing leaves to be very confusing at times. And I say confusing because we're only ever shown a Heartless transformation technically twice in the series. Well, 3 times if you count Sora.
One time in Traverse Town where we see the soldier.
Right. And then the second time, technically in Kingdom Hearts 3, where, I forgot Rapunzel's mother's name.
Gothel?
Gothel, thank you. After she technically dies, her robe somehow transforms into a Heartless.
Wait, isn't there also Scar in the Pride Lands?
Oh yeah, you're right. But yet, for some reason, he remains a form of his own still. Like, yeah, he embodies the power of darkness in his body and stuff like that. But it's like, it's confusing because at first glance you think to yourself, you first have to be alive in order to become a Heartless. But in Scar's and Gothel's case, they had died before transforming into Heartlesses.
Right, so would that mean you destroying them would be killing them again?
In a sense, yeah, because in theory, of course, darkness remains in a person's body after the main soul perish, meaning that the darkness can just easily transform over time and become a Heartless. So in that same instance, Maleficent's goons that get defeated could in turn be transformed into Heartless after the events here. So for all we know, we could have been fighting her goons all this time. That's messed up. Like, imagine if Shroopy was DeSanos!
Oh no.
Can you imagine that story arc right there? Shroopy was just a lonely little guy, and then all of a sudden he becomes DeSanos just to spite on people.
I don't know what's more fucked up. That or the part from FMA Brotherhood where the girl and the dog were fused together.
Oh gosh. That is definitely messed up.
Like, obviously, the thing I just said would probably be fucked up in a more, like, in its own way, but, like, contextually.
Yeah. Pardon me.
Excuse you.
Took us a while, but we finally made... Ooh, high jump. Nice.
High jump?
But it's a good thing we got high jump. It's gonna come in handy.
Apart from the legendaries, which Pokemon would you say that the trio here would have on their teams?
Well, I want to say for Aqua, it would obviously be water and ice types. But I also want to imagine possibly... Which Pokemon would you say would be more... Aside from Abracadabra and Alakazam, is there another Pokemon that's like magic imbued or something like that?
God of War.
Okay, there's that. We could also probably throw Mr. Mime in the equivalent of things because of the barrier. Aqua's known for her barrier magic.
We could use the Galarian one because it's Psychic Ice type instead of Psychic Fairy.
Oh, that works even better. So yeah, there's that. For Terra, his would be more Fire Earth or Fire Ground, depending on how you want to look at it. So aside from Groudon...
Well, Ground would be the correct type name.
Right.
Camerupt would definitely be on that team.
Yeah. I definitely want to put at least one fire starter in terms of Terra, but to think of a good fire ground type...
We don't have a fire ground type starter.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think we do we?
Oh! Okay, it's kind of being a bit creative, but... You know the fire type starter Skeledirge, right? From Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah.
The one that has, like, the little firebird on the snout?
Yeah.
It could represent him turning into the Lingering Will.
Ooh. Okay, I like that. That would work very well, actually, in all honesty. I want to... I don't know why, but I would like to fit in, what's that big, rock-looking thing called again?
There's a lot of big rock-looking thing Pokemon, Chris.
I know. Hang on. I'm gonna try to look it up. Thankfully, you gave me that, folder. I've hanged on to this entire time.
Well, it doesn't have any of the Gen 9 stuff in it yet, because...
For obvious reason.
The home hasn't been made compatible with Scarlet and Violet yet.
Right. Oh, come on. Really? You're gonna be this slow for me? Okay, there we go. Alright. Where are you at? I'm trying to think about which gen it is. It's definitely one of the gens that I hadn't played in, so that much is for certain. So it's gotta be either 6 or 7.
So, 5 through 8.
Let's see. I will find it, and I will know the name then, but I keep forgetting the name of it for some reason. Don't ask me why.
Like, the only rock-looking things that come to mind would be...
Golurk.
Golurk, okay.
Like, I know it sounds weird, but I want to default to put him...
It's ground ghost type.
Yeah.
And it does resemble the armor.
And then, there's a Tyranitar.
That's obvious. That's...
I mean, yeah, we're putting more ground elements, but technically, Aqua and Ven don't learn any ground element moves, and Terra learns all of them, so...
And Tyranitar is Rock Dark type.
Yeah, which is more fitting. So that would make sense. Then...
Ventus...
He's wind element, so we gotta figure up, aside from, like, bird types and stuff like that, we gotta think of, like, other stuff.
Tornadus?
That could work.
It's a pure flying type.
Yeah.
Although it's another legendary.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's the legendary. I would put Latios and Latios, but again, legendaries. I mean, there's the obvious, Pidgeotto and Pidgeot stuff.
I feel like if we were to consider the links that the characters have with each other, when Aqua is linked with Ventus, she'd have Staraptor.
That would make sense, yeah. Staraptor. Probably, aside from Pikachu, is there another fast-like Pokemon?
There's a lot of fast Pokemon outside of Pikachu.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure, because technically whenever you use Ven's D-Link, Haste is an ability. Which helps make you go fast. So, a Pokemon that's fast enough would be a good one.
I could maybe see Ventus having a Lucario.
Okay, yeah.
Honestly, Lucario would fit for all three of them.
I think Lucario, when you think about Fenn's original origin, it actually is the most fitting for Lucario, because in one of the films, Lucario is teamed up with a legendary hero, right?
Sir Aaron.
Yeah. And since Fenn was originated from Union Cross and time traveled to the time period in which Birth by Sleep takes place, and further on, it would make sense that Fenn and that Lucario in specifically would kind of match up.
Huh.
Again, in terms of, like, origin base.
Let's see, what else? I could see Lapras with Aqua.
Definitely. Lapras with Aqua. That definitely makes more sense.
Which Pokemon would Ericus have?
Ooh. What's that one, rock fish type?
Relicanth?
I think so, yeah. It's from Generation 3. That'd probably
be Relicanth.
That'd be one, I think. In terms of how you have to train, Magikarp, Gyarados probably.
And of course, the Mega Evolution is a Dark type.
Yeah. No. Ooh. Forgot about that.
Yeah, Gyarados is Water Dark.
Forgot about that part. Ericus probably wouldn't want that then. Obviously for his story's sake. That's gonna be hard to do because it's hard to think of a Pokemon that's like pure of light, but yet that has the same equivalence of that of like a mastery of some kind. Again, we could say Alakazam and stuff, but I don't know.
I mean, Alakazam would fit in that case.
Yeah, it could. Especially with this, is it a Mega Evolution that I'm thinking of?
Yeah, Mega Alakazam.
Okay, so it does have a Mega Evolution.
Where just by sitting down, it loses a foot in height. I mean, you have the folder right there for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I know Vexen uses a lot of Ice-type moves, but because of him being the scientist, I could totally see him rocking a Reuniclus.
A forest of thorns shall be your tomb.
Maleficent would have a Giratina. And a Trevenant to represent the Dark Thorns.
Yep.
Maleficent, what did Master Xehanort tell you?
Such a pity, child, that you don't have Terra's gift for obedience. Nor can you see how easy it was for him.
Terra would never do anything to help you.
Quite the contrary. He fully embraced the darkness within himself.
Stop lying!
See for yourself all the powers of hell!
Okay, that's 3 times. There's this game, there's Dream Drop Distance, and there's the original Chain of Memories.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I guess Aqua was sent to hell.
Ugh. Whew.
Here! Now! Here!
I think I remember doing a rework of Charizard for the shiny, where it instead had green flames, similar to Maleficent's Dragonfire.
That would make sense.
Oh wow, this is something we never saw her do in any of the other games.
Yeah, flying. Ah, we got someone new here. Hello there.
Oh, okay. Let me just check to see who it is on the Twitch.
Sorry I didn't notice you there.
All together, now sword of truth fly swift and sure, that evil die and good endure.
We know that isn't gonna keep her down.
Nope, she comes back frickin' 3 times.
It's the power of true love that defeated you.
You know, they say that Walt Disney's logo was based on the likeness of the castle from Cinderella, but honestly, I think it's more akin to the one we see in Sleeping Beauty.
It definitely makes more sense in terms of his design.
Try all you want, but you'll never defeat a heart filled with light.
Perhaps. But remember one thing. As long as there is light, there will be darkness. And in time, many more will be.
So would Aqua have a link with Philip, or...
I forget, but I want to say the Good Fairies, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Terra, you better stay strong for me.
Okay, we don't get a D-Link. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Terra, where's he going?
This is where he heads to Radiant Garden, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd say before we head over to, or at least before we end the stream, we tackle on at least one arena.
Alright.
Cause I say, with the 2 cures that I've got, I should be able to handle the first arena boss at the very least.
Now, I don't remember visiting this place once on either of the other 2.
Yeah. Again, due to the fact of how we're going to be invested with Aqua in terms of abilities and stuff like that, I figure showcase the arena fights and everything.
Oh, so now the Moogle appears in person.
Yeah! This is where he's been the entire time.
So is this where the optional bosses are?
At least 2 of the secret bosses.
Oh.
Yeah, the other 2 are in 2 separate worlds.
I forget, who did you say was the second best for this?
The second best for the secret bosses would be probably Ven. The reason why is that Terror is just slow when it comes to dodging. He just has a dash, and it's one of those dashes where after you emit the dash, he kind of lingers for a second or 2 longer than needed to, which makes him vulnerable for an attack. Which is not what you want. Because they will hurt. Because that's the thing that I will say about these secret bosses. They are fast. It's like once
they pack a punch on top of that?
Oh, no kidding. Like, you can beat them at, like, level... Ooh, my health. I was not looking healthy.
Yes. At level, ooh, my health.
But it's like, at level, 50-ish, you can fight them. because by the time you do tackle on the secret bosses and stuff like that, you'll have already encountered enough of the arena fights to unlock enough HP power-ups and stuff. But it's like, holy crap, are they a pain in the butt?
I will say, going off of what we've seen so far from the Unverse, I mean, the designs are okay, but...
A little bit limited in terms of the imagination.
Yeah, they do not hold a candle to the heart. They do not hold a candle to the Heartless and the Nobodies.
Yeah. Like, I like the Unverse in terms of, like, the interesting bosses they deliver, but in terms of enemy design, they're very blandish, sadly. Again, not to say that they're bad, it's just, compared to, like, the Heartless enemies that we've encountered thus far, there certainly isn't much in terms of design specs. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
You lost.
Okay, let's try that again. That was necessary. At least our level's growing finally.
Yeah.
It took us a long time, but we're finally getting some levels.
Wait, so you can level grind here, but not in the Underdome.
Yeah, I know, it's annoying. Like, I understand why, but at the same time, the whole purpose of fighting the Colosseum is a good way to get levels in and stuff like that. But then you get the Underdome, and it's like, oh, really? Ugh. I mean, it's not like every single time you level up, you restore your HP, because that's definitely not the case.
So are you just fighting these guys for the Moogle's amusement?
Probably. Like, the only reason why I think that is because I discovered a form of commercialism that Final Fantasy had made years back. Like, I believe it was advertising Final Fantasy VI at the time. But it's like, there was a Moogle, and he was basically hiring new enemies and monsters for the new Final Fantasy game. And every single time a monster would show up, he's like, okay, and then all of a sudden you see some kind of explosion or a boom, and then he's like, next!
Oh, I've seen that one.
I would have to show you it, but it's like, whoa, okay, that Moogle is just super powerful, so I can imagine for his amusement, he just, like, finds the strongest enemy, and if it's even remotely decent, he'll imprison them and be like, you'll be good for later on.
He's basically got the power that most people portray Tom Nook from Animal Crossing to have.
Finally, we're on the last round.
What the fuck is that?
It's called the Imprisoner. It's a pretty unique boss, in all fairness.
It looks like a sex toy.
Gosh!
Okay, yeah, definitely a sex toy. It's got kinks.
It doesn't help whenever it slowly evolves throughout the arena and stuff like that. It also evolves a technique and stuff, so it's probably more accurate to being that of as you describe it. Oh no 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 no.
Oh no, I just realized something terrible with what I said regarding the Iron Prisoner.
Yeah? And that would be?
We're fighting it as a girl.
Yeah, oh boy, yeah, you had to remind me. Oh, wow. Okay. Awkward. One arena down. Believe 12 more to go, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, a lot more to go. But at any rate, guys, I think that's what we're going ahead.
Are we seriously gonna end it off on that awkward situation?
Sadly so, because if we went to Radiant Garden, it'll be elongated story plot.
Holy fuck.
We normally do end it off on some of the most randomest subjects anyway.
I mean, I know we do, but I don't feel comfortable ending it off here.
Okay, how would you want to end it off then?
How many of those reports do we have? I know we didn't get to read the Ansem reports in 2.
We only got one, and I don't think it's going to give much big details, except for, like... Okay, well... Oh, okay, well, let's read this one and see what it says.
Allow me. Alright. Let me just pull something up.
Okay.
There are 3 families of Keyblades. The Keyblades of light we wield, the Keyblades of darkness, and the Keyblades of heart. The first and second families differ only in origin. Keyblades of darkness are found in the realm of darkness, and are counters to the Keyblades we use in the realm of light. The third type of key, the Keyblade of heart, came to existence when the world was reorganized after the Keyblade War. Without this key, Kingdom Hearts is forever beyond a person's reach. Only by gathering together 7 hearts of pure light, hearts completely devoid of darkness, may one forge a Keyblade of Heart and open the door to Kingdom Hearts. And as stated before, opening this door arguably gives that person control over all worlds and all people.
Nice.
Surprisingly, this didn't hurt my voice at all.
Actually, while we're at it, I can go ahead and show you that little thing that I mentioned before of how it shows the timeline for the 3 characters.
Oh yeah, because you've already done a save file for all 3 of them.
Yeah, so the Trinity thing should be available. Hang on a sec. It's actually on the main menu, so...
Does it also show the Ansem reports? Well, not Ansem, the Xehanort reports.
Well, so it shows secret reports, so I imagine it's the same thing.
Okay.
Let's see, secret reports. Yeah, it shows all Ansem reports. Wow. Or Xehanort's reports.
I guess we could read these then.
Okay. But yeah, here's a timeline. Where it shows when they show up and everything.
Oh.
But yeah, you see how Ven and Terra show up at the same time.
Yeah.
And then he shows up in Castle of Dreams before Terra does. Followed by the Castle of Dreams segment. And eventually, of course, all 3 ends up in Radiant Garden. But you see how the timeline works.
Spends the time there the least.
Yeah, Terra was the most. Awkwardly enough. But yeah, you see how it transpires in terms of the story elements.
And then there's the final episode.
Yeah.
Alright, report reading time.
Yep.
Please accept my deepest gratitude for the invitation to witness your pupil's ascension to the office of true Keyblade Master. It was a heavy mantle, our master, placed upon your shoulders in naming you successor. But you have nonetheless persevered and raised two masters yourself. I know it cannot be easy. I did you terrible harm in the past over a petty difference in opinion. And just a few years ago, selfishly thrust my own burdens upon you. I think of you like a little brother. And yet, fool that I am, I never availed yourself of countless opportunities to apologize or thank you for opening your home to the boy. Yet not once have you blamed me. On the contrary, here you are inviting me to such an important ceremony. I intend to be there to offer you all my blessings. Our master chose his heir wisely. Ours is a bizarrely ironic task to watch over the light from the shadows. But in the face of that, the warmth in your heart and unfailing dedication to the light impress me to no end. I have taken to wandering the world and seen much darkness hiding in the light. Lately, I fear it had taken the turn for the worse. Perhaps Yen Sid has already told you about the Unverse. These fledgling emotions derive from negativity, and I now sense their presence is nearly in every world. On the topic of darkness, we must speak of another matter that concerns me. One related to an upcoming ceremony. When I visited several years ago, your pupil Terra drew my attention. His power is immense, to be sure. But within his heart, I could see darkness, just waiting to be awakened. I know this is none of my business, but I have reservations about welcoming Terra as a true Keyblade Master, without taking certain precautions. The traditional examination, perhaps, to see if he has the mark of mastery. The choice is yours, but I humbly respect your decision. Take care. I eagerly await our long overdue reunion. Xehanort.
It's interesting that he wrote that letter to inform Ericus of his arrival and stuff, and yet he knew about the Unverse before Yang Sid told him about that.
Much time's passed since I left the home of my youth behind, and in the myriad worlds I've since visited, I've gained much knowledge. On these pages, I intend to record a portion of that knowledge, and put the course of my life to paper. Upon reflection, my life underwent the most considerable sea change when I arrived at the place. Yes, it began when I found a master, and another I would later call my brother, when I found a new home. There was the Keyblade. For what purpose was it begotten, and by whom? During my training as one of its wielders, it percepts offered a clear answer. The Keyblade existed so that we who watched over the light could protect the world from the shadows. But that was the true answer? Could there not be more to it than that? My heart sought out knowledge, and so I sometimes visited other worlds, though such travel was forbidden unless duty required, and found what my heart sought. Our master instructed us to don armor while traveling between worlds, so that we might shield ourselves from the darkness. But there, in the lanes between, I could feel the force of it, the power, and from then on, I forwent my armor's protection. I had been told darkness would devour me, but that terrors could it possibly hold, so long as I found the strength to control it. The world's vast, and the worlds within the greater world uncountable. Like little islands, they dot a great ocean between, which keeps it ignorant of one another, uncorrupted. Each world has its own order. Unlike us, they could not know of the worlds in its entirety, and were never given the enlightenment. In ancient times, no such buffers kept the larger world divided. There were no walls of light enclosing each smaller world, the way they do today. Nothing prevented them from physically interfering with the next. After a time, the world was filled with light, and a great many Keyblade wielders. But without buffers, the worlds began to squabble over ownership. You see, they learned the Keyblade's true use. Thus, war broke out as the Keyblade wielders struggled to lay claim of an almighty entity known as Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts would be described as an aggregate of hearts. Worlds, too, have hearts, just like people, each concealed from sight. Beyond a hidden door, by gathering all the hearts of all the worlds in a single place, one may complete Kingdom Hearts. And when Kingdom Hearts is complete, it is said that one who opens its door will bring about the creation of the next world. Such a feat is above any human. Or to put it in a different way, whoever opens the door will be reborn as someone or something far greater than a human. Light and darkness, two sides of the same coin. Without darkness, there is no light. The Keyblade wielders' great war over Kingdom Hearts was fought by defenders of light, servants of darkness, those who sought to reconcile with the two. And those motivated by nothing more than lust for power. A whole spectrum of thought was swept into conflict, and the worlds that did not go to war found that war was brought to them. In the end, the whole world was cast into darkness. That was how the ancient Keyblade War drew to a close. To this day, no one has ever managed to open the door to Kingdom Hearts. Sometime later, the little light that remained in the hearts of the few gave rise to the world we know today. One made of many worlds, behind just as many walls, so that the Keyblade War would not be repeated. At present, the lanes and corridors that run between the worlds may only be traversed by us Keyblade wielders, and those who give ourselves over to the darkness. And Merlin the Wizard, but we don't talk about that. As the former, our duty is to cross the chasms between worlds and guard against the latter, whose darkness corrupts and contaminates, so that no world never need be lost again. Few Keyblade wielders remain now. I have heard of but a handful of others outside my circle. But this world's vast, and more of our kind may be out there. Now, in addition to the realm of light in which we reside, there is also a realm of darkness, a realm between which connects the two, can also be seen to exist. The realm of darkness is most forbidden. I am told none who set foot have ever returned.
Of course, we read that one, so...
I have uncovered the Keyblade's ultimate mystery. You see, besides the three families of Keyblades, there is another Keyblade. It may sound the same when spoken. It is notated uniquely. Keyblade. Make no mistake, while true it resembles a normal Keyblade, it is something altogether different. Keyblades are said to be man-made counterparts to Kingdom Hearts. The Keyblade, however, coexists with Kingdom Hearts. It is only forged when two hearts of equal power intersect. One heart pure darkness, one pure light. And at that time of its forging, Kingdom Hearts appears. It must be noted, though, that this Kingdom Hearts is special. Unlike the kingdoms brought about forcibly and artificially through the collection of hearts. This Kingdom Hearts is a perfect and complete union of all the world's hearts. Surely it has over this that the ancient Keyblade War was fought. If so, the walls that divide the worlds today are of little consequence. With the Keyblade, all hearts could instantly be reunited. And therefore, the war refought. Hang on, I'm gonna get something to drink real quick.
Alright then. Let's see, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay.
My brother pupil Ericus thinks only in absolutes. He has persuaded himself that light is the only way, but forgets that light cannot exist without shadow. I believe a balance of light and darkness is what sustains our world, but too much darkness has been stamped out, disrupting that balance. Someone must tear down this tyranny of light and reorganize the world around the darkness, which then creeps back in. Ericus and I do not see eye to eye. I left and wandered the world. This was perhaps the first time I truly felt free since the day I departed my boyhood home. But free to do what? I had already shown the mark and become master of the Keyblade. But having passed over as successor, all that remains to me is the road of teacher. Ordinarily, Keyblade Masters take pupils under their wings, malleable minds in which to impress the precepts of the Keyblade wielder, and keep our profession alive for generations to come. Was my time drawing to an end then? After all I had accomplished since casting away the place of my birth. Surely, waiting for a quiet death would not do. Not when there was still so much I needed to see for myself. Powers help me, I thought. My body is so old. We Keyblade Masters have a special gift. We can extract a heart, be it our own or that of another. By continuing this cycle, it is possible to remain in the world of living forever. As a boy, I dreamed seeing the farthest reaches of the world. If only I had went far enough. There, had to be a world out there in which no one had ever before set foot. And now I know of just such a world. If I become the first to open Kingdom Hearts' door, I can create a next world in which light and darkness exist in perfect equilibrium. So there I stood, with vast knowledge in one gnarled, dying hand, and a newfound purpose in the other. The next step was clear. I needed a new vessel. And that was when I met Ventus and made him my pupil. We were destined to meet, and I could sense the potential within him. But the boy was too benign for his own good. I came to conclusion that he was too frail to serve, and decided to use him for a second purpose I had in mind. I would remove the darkness from his heart and split him in two. I then would have my heart of pure light and my heart of pure darkness. As was to be expected, Ventus lacked the constitution for such an ordeal. I was able to remove the darkness inside him and create Vanitas, a heart of pure darkness. But Ventus drifted into the clutches of sleep. Ventus's heart of pure light and Vanitas' heart of pure darkness, if both could be made strong enough to one day clash, I knew the Keyblade would be forged. But Vanitas took too much from Ventus's heart, and from that fracture, I could see the last of Ventus's light was slipping away. The boy deserved a place to spend his final moments peacefully. And what should come to mind but my own boyhood home? My legs took me there, unbidden. And as I stood there on the same beach where I made my choice so many years ago, I thought, not a single thing has changed. Here, in this quiet world, time marches in place. Content that Ventus would find peace here. I started to walk away. But just then, the boy held up his Keyblade. The light within him had not died. Ventus and Vanitas were not matched in power. I could train them not together, or Vanitas' darkness would gnaw away at what little light Ventus had left. Of course, since I needed a place where the boy's light might flourish, the answer was obvious: Ericus and his absolutes. Considering how we had parted ways, I expected friction. But if anything, Ericus seemed delighted to see me again. He readily agreed to take care of Ventus. Now I only need wait for the boy's heart to get stronger. I had not visited this second home of mine for some time, and discovered Ericus had already found two pupils of his own. Within one of them, Terra, I sensed something. The boy fought though well-intended, seeks power single-mindedly. And that kind of hunger is the seedbed for darkness. I had found my vessel. The time once had come. I have received word from Ericus that his pupils are to become true Keyblade Masters, Terra and Aqua. They will be easy now to lure into the outside world. But Ventus, I will get nowhere without him. Vanitas can feel some of what Ventus feels, and he says Terra is the key. Ventus has loved Terra like a real brother, ever since he let him keep his old wooden Keyblade. It seems we have found a loose thread at which he can tug to unravel Ventus's heart. The first step was to get Terra alone, Then we needed to plant the seeds of doubt in Ventus. Let him carry his faint light as he chases his brother into the darkness. Let the darkness make his light stronger. Then let the light deepen in the darkness. And where the two would finally meet is where the stuff of legends will become real.
And that's the last one that we got so far. Because I believe there's only 13, with the Xehanort's letter being the 13th, obviously.
Right. Well, I think with that, we shall proceed to end the stream.
Yeah. So
then this is,
so
what were you going to say?
I was going to actually give a little update real quickly. So, if I'm not mistaken, Mech, you said, next week, it is next Tuesday, right? That you've got something?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will have another late stream on that one. We was going to have a late stream today, but things changed, obviously. So,
I mean, it's still late-ish.
Late-ish enough, but not enough to where it throwed people off or anything like that. I mean, our stream schedules seem to be a little bit same-ish in a way. It's somewhere between 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, around that time frame. So long as we're in that time frame, we're not really that far off from our original standpoint of time. But yeah, next Tuesday we will do a late stream, around 6 o'clock, I believe we agreed on.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. But until then, though, this is me and NBC Mekachu signing off.
Take care, guys.
See you later.